I've got a news flash. Politics in Maine, and of course across the country, is becoming more and more partisan and divisive. Yet today, here we are, Republicans like me, Democrats, Independents, Greens, united in support of an initiative that will elevate the voice of everyday Mainers in our political system, shine a light on big spending, and strengthen our democracy. We should be proud because it's a reflection of the commitment we all have to our state of Maine and the rapidly increasing concern that all voters have about the growing role of big money in our politics. When it comes to protecting our democracy, it really shouldn't be a partisan issue, and I'm thankful to say that in Maine it hasn't been. I ran for the state senate in 2010 under one set of rules, and then Citizens United came along and changed those rules. And since then, we've seen the flow of ever-increasing amounts of outside money into Maine's campaigns, just like we have in every other state. I've watched that money and watched outside groups trying to influence the outcome of elections, and it's common sense laws like Maine's clean election laws, and we are absolutely a national leader in this that can help push back against that. It's wrong when many Mainers, including all of us here, don't even know where the money's coming from to pay for the ads that we see on our TVs, our radios, and mailboxes to sway our votes on candidate elections and also on referendum issues. In fact, in Maine, an investigation by the Maine Citizens for Clean Elections traced the money spent by independent groups and found that funding from high-profile national donors were playing a large role, but voters don't even know until months after the election, if then, who it was. Again, I want to emphasize this is not a party issue. Whether it's George Soros or the Koch brothers or labor unions or corporations, supporters of both political parties have been equal opportunity offenders. And that's why the time for campaign finance reform is here and why question 1 is so important. There are a lot of great parts to question 1. It will increase transparency and tell us where the special interest money is coming by requiring outside groups to list their top 3 funders on ads that they buy. If you've traveled across the country and you've seen this in other states, it makes incredible sense. If you see an ad sponsored by Citizens for a Better Maine, who the heck is that? And now we finally will know at least who the 3 major donors are. It will hold special interests and outside money accountable when they break our laws. For me, though, as an elected official, perhaps the most fundamental part of this referendum is it will strengthen our tough campaign finance limits by restoring our groundbreaking Clean Elections Act that has been severely eroded. First of all, let me emphasize that there is nothing wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with candidates running privately financed campaigns. Many of my colleagues do it, and they are among the most ethical people in the legislature. But for many, those who may not have the means themselves or have access to big contributors, clean elections is their only path to get elected to the legislature. And we've seen how well that has worked out. Our legislature, even today, is more representative of the people we serve than I think almost any legislature in the country. In fact, I think one organization said we have the most blue-collar legislature in the nation. So we deserve that. And by reforming our campaign finance system and increasing transparency and accountability in the process, we can put the power of elections where it is really supposed to be, in the hands of the voters. So I hope that Mainers will join me and the thousands of volunteers. Isn't that incredible? The thousands of volunteers and voters throughout this state, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Greens, people of all stripes, in supporting question 1 on this ballot. We must take back control of our elections, and we have a chance to do it this November. Thank you very much.
Yes on 1! Yes on 1! Yes on 1! Yes on 1!